The other thing which is interesting is that I was also been told, and I think I saw it, I think yesterday, is that David Benavidez has disappeared in terms of he's supposed to be tested. I think it was Vada who have tried are now looking for him because Andrade is already tested, but David hasn't, and he's been notified that twice they've sent the forms, he hasn't done it. So I don't know if that means anything or not. Maybe they just can't find him, but it's may cause a little controversy that he still hasn't gone and got tested, where Andrade has already done it. As soon as he signed, he got his testing done. So I wonder how that's going to play out. Have you read or seen anything about that yet? Yeah, it was just today. And so when you were talking about, I said, okay, David ain't taking care of his business yet. And I guess it will, just like it does with Bud in some way, put a little spotlight on what he's hiding, or if he's hiding anything at all. So that's something that bears to be watched as well.
When it comes down to the second thing you mentioned about Vada testing for David Benavidez, I didn't hear of Benavidez skipping out on Vada once or twice. I didn't even hear any of this. This is the first time I've been exposed to that information that you just brought up. But I will tell you this: it don't make no difference if he couldn't be found by Vada in the past. We know he could have been found at least at the minimum yesterday, because they had a press conference yesterday. So they couldn't find him before yesterday. They sure knew he was going to be at the press conference yesterday. So Vada will pull up on you. But Vada, they're one of the agencies that have that protocol where they need to know exactly where you're going to be at in advance. So there's some forms that have to be completed as far as scheduling. And then once the fighter completes those forms and then provide their schedules to Vada, Vada expects for you to be there when they come to the place during the time that you say you're going to be at that location.
Yeah, that's what the talk was about, that they sent the forms twice and they got no response from them. And at least that's what I've seen. But I don't have enough information to say that's true or that's false. That's why I put it out to see if you had heard anything yourself about it. But I guess we'll see.
We'll see. And also, since you mentioned the word twice, that means multiple. If any fighter do not be where they're supposed to be when Vada is pulling up on them, so to speak, at the location that they said they would be, they have 2 times. And if you're not there twice, Vada considers that one failed test. And so the bottom line is he needs to be where he's supposed to be and where he says he's going to be if this is an issue for him. But we shall see. I also equally have not heard whether or not Demetrius already started or began his testing administrations with Vada. I haven't heard that either. So that's new information for me, as well.
Well, hopefully they'll get to you so you can, as being an authority figure on it, that you can get it out there and people will know. How do you see that fight shaping up once they get all of that stuff out the way?
Which one? David Benavidez or Nair Albright?
No,
Benavidez? It's going to be a competitive fight. That's my sample I'm giving now because, of course, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to start grinding in and start closing in on really, really talking about who's going to win, how they're going to win, and et cetera. But just on the onset, it's going to be a competitive fight. And there's one reason why. And I said it right before I brought you on, and I know the smile is going to come up on your face shortly.
It's already there.
David Benavidez, he might be with Memo. That's for certain. But I do know for certain that Demetrius Andrade is with the snack program. So with that being said, I know it's going to be a competitive fight just off of that alone.